Hello there everyone, it's ShinySparky14 and welcome to a tutorial video. This is perhaps the thing that has been most requested for me to do in the past, I don't know, 2, 3, or 4 months, something like that. And this is actually how to record your iPhone slash iPod Touch slash iPad, whatever, your Apple device. Because if you already know, The World of Magic is, probably my most popular series, and I've been getting a lot of questions on how I record that. And this is how I do it. You need a number of things. So the first thing you need is actually, well, at least what I use, is this, a capture card. I personally use the Elgato Game Capture HD. I have actually answered this a lot of times in many questions that many of you ask, and yeah, that's what I use. The Elgato Game Capture HD, I'll be opening it up, plugging it in, hooking it up. Another thing that you need is an actual iDevice. This is an iPod Touch 5th generation. This is what I use to record. Well, there's a lot of oh my god, I need to clean this up a bit. So many marks, no protector. And you also need this thing called the Lightning Digital AV Adapter. Sorry that it's a bit blurry there. I guess it's having a hard time focusing up close. But yeah, this is also by Apple. So before I get questions on how to do Android recordings, the answer is I don't know. I don't use Android, I use Apple, and I'm going to be utilizing the Lightning port. This thing, that's the Lightning, and this is actually a Lightning connector. If you use a newer device, iPhone 5 and newer, iPod Touch 5th generation, or like the iPad mini, iPad, the newest one, whatever, those all use Lightning. There is a 30-pin one, the older one, but I don't know too much about it. Anyways, we're going to begin by opening up this thing, the Elgato Game Capture HD. Now, if I can just, I'm trying to use one hand here, it's a bit difficult. This thing. So I repackaged the whole thing just so it looks, good, like I'm getting it out of the box. So immediately you're going to get this, the instructions. Oh, I need to put this camera up a bit closer. Hold on. Okay. The instructions are over here on the left side, but this really just gives you instructions on how to record Xbox 360 or PS3 because that's the primary intention of capture cards, those consoles or even the Wii. But you can also use it for these iDevices. That's what I use. So first thing is the actual capture card itself. This is it right here. This is what I use. It has a number of ports. On this side it has AV in and HDMI in. Oh my god, that is really blurry. I don't know what's going on. I think you can barely see it if I don't know. AV in, HDMI in, and this side is HDMI out and USB. That is really bad. It looks a bit better like that, but 4 ports basically. And then kind of open up this. This is included within the Elgato Game Capture HD, and let me just tell you the price of it. It's actually $180 US. That is a lot of money, which is why, most people probably can't do recordings of their whatever they want. It's an HD capture card, that's why. High definition. But within the capture card, you not only get this thingy, you also get 4 different cables. You get a USB cable. Oh, and by the way, these are obviously going to be sealed when you first get this new. Mine are open because I had to repackage them in here just for this, but I've already used the cables, that's why. I just put them back in here for the sake of this video. You'll also get this thing. This is a, what's it called, a component adapter. You will also get a free HDMI cable. This is an HDMI cable. And you will get a PS3 cable, like component style. That's weird, but whatever. I'm not going to be talking about this in this video. So, the PS3 cable is not needed for this tutorial. I'm just going to throw that away from here. And the other thing that's not needed is that this is the component adapter. If you want to record like older game consoles that don't use HDMI, you simply plug this in and you put, the AV, like the yellow, white, and red cables, or you can use component, the 3 video colors, non-HDMI. We don't need that though because we're going to be using HDMI. So, what you do here is you start off by, what you need better? The USB cable. We're going to start by opening up this USB cable. There we go, packaging gone. So the USB cable is a normal USB on one end, this side right here. And the other end is a mini USB. So what you want to do is go to your capture card and find the mini USB, which is actually this one. It's right next to the HDMI out. This is the inside, but going to the outside. So you basically want to grab the mini end, and you want to plug this in. Now, sorry if... Alright, Sorry about that, because it's hard to do it with one hand. You gotta, oh my god, that sounds so wrong. It's hard to plug in the cable with one hand. You have to use both. So I had to move the camera there for a bit. Anyways, mini USB is in. The mini out is going to go to your computer. You need a USB port on your computer. So let's go ahead and move this over to my computer over there. And you can see my Wii, my keyboard, my mouse, another display. Component cables. Oh my god, so many cables. Yeah. Sorry about all these cables here that are in the way. That's a PS2 composite cable. That's a Wii component cable right here. Oh my god, so many things. So what I'm going to do here is grab this capture card, and I'm going to actually place it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on. Okay. Can you see that? I think you can. Like, barely, though. That's not really good. I'm going to go ahead and put it over here on this side. My computer's actually over here. This is my Mac Mini. That's what I use. And I'm going to grab this USB port. Okay, I'm not putting the camera on it right now. Just hold on. Give me a second. A bit complicated doing it with one hand. Again, that sounds kind of wrong, but you know what I mean. Here's a USB, the big end. A USB port on the Mac Mini is actually back here. I'm not going to show it, but just trust me. This one right here is the keyboard USB. This one's my microphone USB port. And this one's my Elgato Game Capture HD USB port. This cable goes all the way over here, right there. And if you follow it all the way, it goes to the capture card. Right back here. Let me just go ahead and align these cables properly in the capture card. Okay. USB port is down. Now, the other thing that you need, or the other cable that you need, remember, not these two, but you need this one. This is a free HDMI cable included. It's a rather short HDMI cable, so just be aware of that, but you do need one HDMI cable to plug in your iPod or iPhone or iPad, whatever. So you want to grab one end, grab this one, and you want to plug it in to the HDMI in. The HDMI in is on the opposite side of the USB port. So this means that it's going to be on the left side, right over here. Now, excuse me as I put this down for like a second because it's really difficult to put these things in with just one hand. It really is. So yeah, sorry about that. I'm going to go ahead and... You are seeing a completely black screen right now, but don't worry, the video has not broken or anything. I just set down the thing. Okay. See that? HDMI cable in. Again, sorry that it's so dark. It's just, oh my god, it's, yeah, really dark back here. If I used a flash, I could turn it on, but it will screw the rest of the video too, so. Anyways, now that we got that done, the other end of the HDMI cable actually goes all the way over here. So what do I do with this? That's a good question. What you want to do with this is actually nothing yet. Nothing yet. Now it's time for the other thing. Remember this thing? The Lightning Digital AV Adapter. That's what it's called. So this thing, I don't have it in here, but if once you open it up, I tore the box and everything. Once you open it up, you will find this inside it. This thingy. This thing costs $50, I'm not kidding. Apple with their expensive stuff and cables and all this garbage. Well, they're not garbage, but you know what I mean. Very expensive stuff. This thing by itself is $50. This whole thing. That's a lot. So in total, you're looking at $230 US dollars. Capture card and this. Anyways, what you want to do is then grab your iDevice. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. Why not? Alright, it's on. So what you want to do is plug in this lightning end into your iDevice. Just like, let's see if I can do it with one hand. And, no, I'm trying to, oh, damn it. Hold on, people. Alright, there we go. Actually, you saw it there, but it was really zoomed in there. Alright, it's in. Now this end, over here, has another lightning, and it has an HDMI output. The lightning is in case you want to be charging your device while you're playing, while recording. HDMI is going to be outputting whatever's on this screen into whatever you put it. Normally you could output it to a TV, use an HDMI cable from here and output it to an HDMI on the TV. But if you do it on the capture card, like for me, this Elgato over here, Then I'm going to go ahead and move this forward a bit. Okay. If you do it on the capture card, what will happen is something very interesting. Let me go ahead and, okay. Here's my HDMI. You want to go ahead and plug this into, okay, sorry that you couldn't see there, but there, it's plugged in now. So now we have the iPod Touch with this adapter thing and outputting with HDMI, inputting into the capture card. Now it works. Now what do you want to do? Well, last thing you want to do is actually, you want to go to your computer and open the Game Capture HD. Now this is actually, when you buy the Elgato, I believe they gave you instructions on how to download this software. It's free. It works for both Windows and Mac, the Elgato Game Capture HD, so it's good. And you download it from their website, not directly from the capture card whenever you buy. Like if you buy an HD PVR, I think it includes the software within it, but no, you download it from the website. Basically, just go to the Safari, Elgato's website, download. It'll take you like 5 minutes, and you're done. And you got the Game Capture HD. So you go ahead and click on it, and this is what will come up. This amazing piece of software, I must say. Okay. So, you want to wait, and alright. Hurry up, please. And there we go. Do you see that? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Settings, very simple. Once you download this, and once you have all this connected, and mine worked automatically, but the first time it's probably not going to work for you. You want to go to settings over here on this tool area. There's tools as I show device settings. And input device. Let's see, it's a bit blurry there, sorry, but you get to pick whatever you want. I'm using an iPod Touch 5th generation, but really, I mean, you get a lot of options. Xbox 360, Xbox One, PS3, PS4, Wii U, iPad, iPhone 5, iPhone 4S or older, or other. I usually put other in a lot of these things, even if I have, like, for example, the iPod Touch 5th generation works if you put iPhone 5 because it's the lightning port, it's the same thing, whereas the iPhone 4S or older, it's the 30-pin port. So I could very well put iPhone 5 with the iPod Touch 5th generation and it will work, but I just put other, just whatever, it's fine. And input type HDMI, do not put component compositor as video. Damn, that is blurry, I'm sorry, but at least I'm talking over it so you can understand what I'm saying. HDMI. And then pick your output. Right now I'm just putting 720, with 1080p is better, but whatever. And for these settings, I mean, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I always click all three. I always check all three when I'm recording from an iDevice, and I push OK. And here it is. Now, right now, it's obviously the main menu, but anything you do, such as opening this app, do you see that? Here's my device, my iPod Touch, and there it is being recorded. In very good quality, I must say. And not only that, but it's also recording the audio, both the game video and the game. See the game audio there? The levels of the audio? Whoa, it shook there a bit. Game audio. It's detecting the game audio and it's working. If I exit the app, just watch. Exit the app. Sound goes away. See that? Because there's no sound being outputted from my iPod Touch. If I reopen it, game audio is back on. If I increase the volume, you can actually hear it. The World of Magic. Theme song, whatever. And that's pretty much how you do it.